Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Landon Rice, who's a tight end out of Jacksonville State. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Oh, hanging in there, man. Why don't you go ahead? I mean, tell a little bit about yourself, maybe where you're from, and just a brief history, if you don't mind.
Yeah, Jimmy introduced myself, and Jimmy, I'd like to thank you for bringing me on the show, and it's just an honor, and I look forward to getting into this interview and talking to some of the fans and people that might want to know a little bit more about Landon Rice, and getting into where I'm from. I'm from a small town in Georgia, northwest Georgia, Cedartown, Georgia. That's where I was born and raised. That's where all my family's from. And then we moved up the road. My dad, he was a high school football coach and teacher at Darlington School in Rome. And that's pretty much where we lived for, 10, 12 years of my life. I went to school there. And then my junior and senior year, I transferred to Calhoun High School just up the road, and I went to Calhoun High School. That's where I played my junior and senior year, and then I graduated early in January of my senior year after leaving Calhoun, and I went to Auburn University, and kind of my high school career. It was awesome. I played tight end, defensive end, from my freshman year to my senior year. Won state my junior year. That was probably one of my best high school memories, and probably my best football memory. It was probably the best team that I've ever been on. Just the atmosphere playing in Calhoun and just the camaraderie we had as a team. It truly was a brotherhood, and it was a blessing to be a part of that team. And then, highly recruited guy, 4-star Under Armour All-American, went on and played in the Under Armour game down in Orlando, 2016. I was named team captain, for the game. That was a great experience playing with high caliber athletes. They were in my class, made a lot of great relationships, and, got to test my skills against some, really high talented guys and meet a lot of cool people. And then, like I said, I graduated early, went to Auburn University, was there spring semester in the summer, went through fall camp, and I was falsely accused of sexual assault through fall camp, and left Auburn, went to Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College down in Perkinston, Mississippi. A lot of people, are not familiar with that very small town, but I would say that was probably one of the best things that happened to me. Just going down to South Mississippi, it kind of got me away from the media attention and stuff from Auburn. And I truly just met family down there. The Jordan family, they're still really close to me today, and the Cuevas family, they just wrapped their arms around me, and they're blood, with me now. And it was, awesome meeting them and having a family like that to kind of take me in. And Coach Huff and Coach George, the coaching staff down there at Gulf Coast, they took me in, and I really flourished down there and kind of found myself a second home. I love South Mississippi and got involved in the community, got involved in FCA, that's Fellowship of Christian Athletes. I was FCA huddle leader for Gulf Coast. Went to FCA, retreats and camps in the summers. We would have FCA huddles weekly, and it was just a great experience. Love South Mississippi. And, then I was there for 18 months, started, had a great little career down there, and then went to Jacksonville State, and had a great time there, 3 years. great career, and it's put me into the position that I am here today. So that's kind of long-winded. I know you just asked me, where I was from, but I just jumped on the bandwagon and ran with it a little bit. But we can kind of break it down a little bit more.
That's fine. I mean, obviously, you've got a big story to share. So, I mean, you walked us through a lot of different points there. I mean, obviously, a bit of, again, like we said, a bit of a journeyman, starting at Auburn, working your way through junior college, and then finding yourself there at Jacksonville State. Interesting spot there. I mean, you got a couple guys that are typically getting the love. Actually, they're at Jacksonville State. I mean, speaking specifically of the quarterback there and Zach Cooper and your counterpart there at tight end Trey Berry.
Yep.
Those are the guys that have been getting a whole lot of love. But I mean, obviously, you're the one who's trying to get into the pros right now. I don't even think that those guys are coming out this year.
No, sir.
So, what are you bringing to the table? I mean, what is like the best part about you as an athlete that you would be bringing to a team?
Yeah, I mean, just to start off, Zarek Cooper, great quarterback, great athlete. He's going to do great in the NFL. And Trey Berry, he was kind of lightning and I was thunder. We're best friends. Trey, tremendous athlete. 6'7", long wingspan, more of a receiving type guy. And then I kind of brought the thunder, with my physicality. And, I'm athletic as well too. I got film that shows I can catch the ball and move well in space. And, we played well together. And, it was just a blessing to have Trey, in my position room to where we could push each other. We were roommates. So, when we wanted to go work out, get an extra lift in at the rec center, it's Landon and Trey, we're getting extra pump in, doing extra field work. So, part of my success is from Trey, and I think he would say the same about me. So I'm anxious to see, what he does, in this spring season and then coming into the draft. But just kind of talking about me, I think, Trey and Coop, they had a little bit more of the headlines, but I'm more of just the blue collar, everyday, hardworking kind of guy. I'm gonna come in and do the dirty work. I got my hand down. I'm in the trenches. I'm blocking. I'm doing double teams, working up to the linebackers, blocking in space. In screens, blocking safeties. I love to have my hand in the dirt and block, run inside zone, outside zone, man schemes, power, counter. I can do it all. I've just kind of grown up that way, being a physical, hand in the dirt kind of guy. My dad was a offensive line coach growing up, so I've always been in the trenches, up under the chute. Summer camp, fall camp. Seeing guys doing double teams and board drills and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of took on that blue collar mentality, and that's just my family. We're a blue collar family, hard nosed. Get up every day and go to work. There's no complaining. There's no off days. You got to go get what you want. And I just kind of grew up in that family, and I took on that mentality, and I took that to the football field. So just I would say I'm a extreme effort guy. I play with a sense of urgency. I'm gonna play through the echo of the whistle. I'm never gonna stop. I'm a hard worker. I'm a great teammate. I like to pride myself on that. Just being there for guys, supporting guys, trying to make the guys around me better every day. It's not about me. It's not about Landon Rice's success. It's about the guys around me. This is the greatest team sport, there is in the whole world. And that's one of the reasons why I love football so much, is because you take a bunch of guys from different backgrounds, and you get to just go in there and embrace the grind every day, working out in the weight room, early mornings, late nights, running on the field, and guys are hurting. And I like to go in there and lift guys up and say, come on, man, we got this. Let's push a little bit more. Let's go. Hey, you know, that coach said 10 reps. Let's make it 12. Come on, let's keep pushing. So I would like to say, you know, I'm the energizer, you know, I'm the hard working blue collar, you know, the gritty, salty, you know, old school top football player.
Gotcha. I mean, again, a lot that we could say there. I mean, I do feel like guys that, sort of play your kind of position, whether it be like blocking tight end, fullback, H-back. I mean, maybe not the guy who's, like the main target out there. I mean, you guys are like the unsung heroes at times. I mean, you're going out there during goal line situations, being that, that blocker and making that one block in order to, get that one score. Um, can you maybe share one of your best moments out there on the field? I mean, maybe one of the best plays that you were involved in?
I mean, it's kind of hard to dial it in to one play, but I'd say kind of receiving. It was probably Kennesaw State. I believe that was my maybe red shirt or sophomore year, I believe 2018. We're playing Kennesaw State, and it was like the fourth overtime, and I ran a 5 and out, just kind of like a little speed out. And Coop, he hit me, and there was a sitting corner, and as soon as I caught it, the corner like blows up into me, and it just kind of staggers me a little bit, and like it was a massive hit. And then I took like 3 steps upfield and kept going. Like, I think that just showed like my ability to catch the ball in traffic, and then my physicality too, that I can take a hit and keep rolling. And then like blocking wise, this year at Mercer, Mercer came to us, I was blocking out in space, and I ran a dude like 40 yards down the field. And then a couple of plays later, me and Tylen Grable, we double teamed. I was double teaming with our tackle Tylen, and we took a dude probably 20 yards and dumped him up into like the kicking net on the sideline. That was pretty cool. So, that's what I enjoy about the game, the physicality. When I catch the ball, I can catch it in traffic, and take a hit, just because I'm a bigger body. And, I don't shy away from contact. And then, my blocking, I'm going to try to, pancake you and take it to the sideline and just be physical in that. So I can't think of just one play, but those are some of the plays that I guess best describe me and, some of my coolest moments.
Sure. So, I guess the next thing on, next item on the list is actually going to be a pro day for you. When's your pro day scheduled right now?
Yeah, we're actually a week out. This next Tuesday, March 16th.
Okay.
And I'm blessed to be able to participate at Georgia Tech's pro day. Georgia Tech, that's like less than an hour away from my high school, so I think that's how it was able to line up. And then Jacksonville State, they weren't having a pro day this year, so my trainer, Coach Willis, he was able to pull some strings and get me over there to Georgia Tech. And Coach Suds over there, he was at Auburn when I was there, so just some connections got me over there. So March 16th, that's going to be pro day, so I'm really excited about that.
Great. So, I mean, do you have any goals or aspirations, or I don't know, maybe numbers or something that you're trying to show all the scouts out there?
Yeah, I'm not like huge, like dead set on numbers. I just believe that if I go out there and I just show them who I am and do what I do, show them that I can run really well. Even though I'm a blocker and I'm a physical guy, I can still run well. I think I'm gonna do well in the 40. I'm anticipating a 4.8 flat or faster. I think I'm gonna run well. And then in the 5.10 5 and the cone drill, I think I bend well and move. So I'm not really focused in on the numbers. And then on the bench press, 21, 22 reps on bench, I think that'd be good to show my strength and just go out there and, run the routes that they tell me to run and catch the ball and get upfield and, show them that I can do more than just block. I feel very comfortable doing that. I've talked to a couple of teams, and I'm the first level, 5 to 10 yards. Second level, that's your 10 to 15 yard range. Maybe some corner balls and some digs, some posts. That's kind of my cap, I guess. But I can also show them that I can run a wheel route and catch the ball down the field. I can stretch the field on some posts, some seam balls. So just really kind of just showing my versatility out there during pro day. And then when we get into the drill work, I'm going to compete with extreme effort and enthusiasm. Every drill, treating it like it's my last rep, trying to impress these teams, and just going out there and just showing them, this is Landon Rice, and this is who you're going to get. There's nothing really super special. I'm not flashy. I'm just hard nosed, blue collar, and I make my money in the dirt. I put my hand in the ground, and I like to get in there with the O line and let's move the ball down the field. If you want me to run a 5 and out and catch it and get upfield, I'll do that. If you want me to, man block, this 6 technique, let's do that. Double team up to the backer. Hey, I got that too. So I'm a team guy, and I'm willing to do whatever they want me to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in general, kind of like you said, I mean, I think most people know that you can be a good blocker. I mean, shoot, I mean, if your dad's an O-line coach, so like I would imagine that, you being a blocker is something that probably comes fairly natural. So, I mean, hopefully whenever you get out there to your pro day, you'll be able to show them that you can, be a good receiver and run some routes. So, hoping to hear good things about that next week.
Yes, sir.
Do want to get in just a little bit more before we wrap things up. I do want you to maybe just share a little bit about who you are, like outside of football. I mean, what were you doing maybe as a student, and any other interests that you have that you feel fans and scouts and all would want to know about you.
Yeah. So we can start academically, since you brought that up. Coming from Auburn to Mississippi Gulf Coast, and then coming into Jacksonville State kind of at an odd time. I had a bunch of credits, but it didn't really go towards a certain degree. So when I got to Jacksonville State, they had integrated studies program, which is kind of like an all around, and I was able to funnel all my credits into that class or into that program, and I was able to graduate my undergrad in 3.5 years, and which catapulted me in to my master's degree, which is public administration with a concentration in emergency management. And when I was kind of just deciding on what I wanted to do in my master's, I felt like public administration and emergency management was a good fit for me, because public administration is a lot of leadership skills, and I feel like I already have a lot of those, just being a part of a football team, and being around guys and trying to be a leader. And when I got into a lot of the courses, a lot of things would resemble football and being a part of a team, because they teach you how to, I guess, like run an organization and be a leader in that too, like for a company or in your job. And that's the same thing that applies to a football team, because a football team is an organization, and you have a group of guys, and you're trying to funnel them in to a common goal and reach that, through task and routines. So, that was really cool. And then emergency management, that's disaster relief, hurricane, tornado, disaster recovery, response, mitigation. And, I kind of fell in love with that through the tornado that hit Jacksonville State. I believe that was the spring of 2019 or 2018. And I got out there and helped FEMA and some local churches in the relief efforts, and just seeing people's homes, ripped away from them. That was very humbling. And I was like, hey, there's got to be a way to help people in the future. And, I'm able to do that through a master's degree in emergency management. So I have one more class, one more course before I graduate with my master's degree. And I'm looking forward to doing that, in the future when I'm done with football. But it's kind of like me, if you want to know more about me personally, like kind of what I do outside of football. I'm a simple guy. I like to hunt and fish and ride around on old country roads. And I am who I am, and I just enjoy the simple things in life. And that's kind of what I like to do. And after football, I'd like to get involved in ministry. I've already had some opportunities to speak and share my testimony and share what Jesus Christ has done in my life. And it's just been a blessing to just to share my story and just somehow see if that can help somebody else that might be going through similar things in life. Then I think it was last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago, I actually preached my first Sunday sermon at a church in Cedartown, and as a blessing. And my mom, she actually sung before me, and it was a great day for my family and friends, and just getting up there and just sharing the word of God and sharing what Jesus Christ has done in my life. And so I just kind of see myself and my fiance, Tillery Tidwell. We would like to get into ministry, giving back to the youth and getting plugged in to a church wherever we go, whatever team, would pick me up. And then we're very involved in our church at home, Cross Point City Church in Cartersville, Georgia. Um, they got a lot of great things going on with the youth and small groups, and kind of see ourselves doing that. And then in the summer of 2019, I took a mission trip to Tanzania, Africa. I think we were gone for 10 days. And that was just a huge blessing. Like, it was truly the best time of my life, seeing people that didn't have anything, but they had everything because they had Jesus Christ in their heart. And they had tremendous joy. And, just running around barefoot in Africa, playing soccer with a soccer ball that was just rolled up with, trash bags, and then, tied up with, string. It wasn't even a ball, but, running around with the kids playing, it was truly probably the best time of my life, seeing that, just true joy. So I really would like to get into, international mission work, in the off season from football. And then, when COVID and stuff kind of settles down, I'd like to get back into traveling also. And, you know, Tillery, my fiance, we'll be getting married March 12th of 2022. So when we get married, we're going to be right in there. We both have a heart for kids and giving back, and that's what we want to do. So I guess that's a little bit about me and kind of what I'm interested in. So um, was
Sure.
that
Yeah,
answer?
that's cool. So I mean, obviously, there's a lot of places that you could serve the community. I mean, in each and every town that there is a professional team. So I mean, hopefully, whoever gives you an opportunity, I mean, you could easily kind of get a foot into that community and help out in the best way.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
as we begin to wrap up, I mean, I do want to give you the opportunity to give me your why. Tell me why you play football and just your motivation. Go for it.
Yeah, I would say why football, because ever since I was born, really, I can't even remember life without football. I mean, 3, 4 years old, I was, playing catch with my dad, my brother, doing Oklahoma drill with my brother in the living room, full pads, being in a weight room with my dad, 5, 6, 7 years old, trying to load up the weight, trying to, be like the high school guys, running sprints. So I've just always been around football, and football is my life. It's consumed my life, and I love it. I love everything about it. So that's why football. But why go to the NFL and why pursue this is to support my family. My close immediate family, and then close friends and people that have poured into my life, and to support my future wife, Tillery, and that we can, have a family, and that we can, raise our kids and give them everything that they want. Don't spoil them, but just raise them up right, and be great parents to them, and give back to the community that we're in. And football and the NFL will, financially kind of give me that, like support to where I can do that, and I can give back. So to me, that's why I want to do it. Is to ultimately give back to the people that invested time and love into me, and to give back to kids that are pursuing the same dream, and then also to spread the gospel to the international, to the nations across the world, just like Tanzania, the small little communities that we went to. The NFL financially could support that, and I could get into that, and other organizations.
And very last thing for you, bud, is just give your pitch to all the teams in the NFL. I mean, why should they take a chance on you and bring you in? What kind of teammate would you be? Go for it.
Yeah, just talking to the teams that the draft's coming up, and the kind of guy that they would be getting in me is just, I'm gonna show up every day. I'm gonna do the little things right. That's showing up on time, and leaving an hour after everybody else is gone. I'm gonna put the time in, do the extra work, and I'm gonna be a great teammate. It's not about me; it's about the team, and I'm gonna do everything they need to be successful. And I'm a selfless person. I'm just gonna show up, wear my work boots on every day, and give it all I got. And, I'm gonna represent the organization well. I'm gonna represent the city. I'm gonna represent the fans. It's not about Landon Rice or the Landon Rice show. You're representing a whole lot more than just yourself. So when you go out there and you take the field every day at practice or in the game, and you put that organization's helmet on, that speaks a whole lot more. You got guys that have gone before you, and you got your teammates, and you got the city that backs you, and you got your family at home. So it's not about yourself. I'm gonna go out there and represent, in a well manner, and just give back to the community that I'm in. And that's what they're gonna get out of me.
Great. Well, Landon, I do appreciate your time. I mean, it's kind of been great to, just kind of sit. I mean, and here you got a lot of, a very big story to share. I mean, it's been a great journey, obviously, growing up in Georgia, moving around a little bit, kind of growing up in a football home, and, finding your way to Jacksonville State. And I know that you've actually had several interviews. I mean, you are gaining a little bit of interest from some professional teams. So, I mean, I feel like there is going to be a team out there that's probably going to give you an opportunity. So, look forward to your pro day and how that's going to end up. In any event, I mean, wish you best of luck in all your endeavors.
Yes, sir.
Again, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jimmy. It was a pleasure.